Right now, a decision for the Dane County DA on the May shooting at a Mount Horeb school as the Justice Department releases images from the incident.
Also, tomorrow is primary election day in Wisconsin. Some of the key things you should know before you head to the polls.
And we're following the latest updates on a police-involved shooting overnight in Fitchburg, what investigators are telling us. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
We begin tonight at 5 with an update on the May 1st shooting by police officers of a 14-year-old outside of Mount Horeb Middle School.
The Dane County District Attorney announcing today there will be no criminal charges for officers who were involved in that incident. The Department of Justice also releasing new videos from the incident out today, and our Braden Ross has some of that video to show us now. Braden?
Yeah, hours of video released today show the 14-year-old student in his last moments. A warning, this may be hard to watch. This video shows the 14-year-old walking towards the school front office and banging on the windows with what appears to be a rifle. Police would later learn that gun was a pellet gun. Students inside the school told us back in May they actually saw the student in this moment and ran, fearing for their lives. The student was unable to get into the school and was later approached by police who shot him after he raised the rifle in their direction. Again, no charges for those officers. We are still working through these hundreds of pages of records. We'll have more coming up tonight at 6 and at 10 right here on News 3 Now.
All right, Braden, thank you. And next at 5, the latest from Fitchburg tonight, where police say a 911 call hang-up led to an officer-involved shooting this morning.
Our Kyle Pazorski was at the scene today, and he has the latest.
You can see the scene behind me here still has a lot of police tape and police squad cars around here at the scene on Whispering Pines Way. It's a condominium and apartment complex south of Todd Drive and the Beltline. Earlier today, Fitchburg Police Chief Alfonso Morales gave us an update as to what we knew so far. Morales says the hang-up call at around 8 Monday morning led to the officer response. When they arrived, they came across a witness who says an altercation between a couple had taken place inside one of the units. Morales says it was inside the building where they found two people, with one, a 28-year-old man armed with a knife, who moved toward police.
At which time one of the officers did discharge his firearm, striking that subject. That subject was taken to a local hospital where he is currently being treated for injuries.
Morales went on to say the officer involved has worked at the department for 14 years, with 7 as a sergeant. Chief Morales did also tell us that the DOJ's Department of Criminal Investigation is now taking the lead on this case. They expect to wrap up the scene here later on today and give us a press release at that same time. We will bring you more information as we do get it throughout the day on News 3 Now and Channel3000.com. Reporting in Fitchburg, Kyle Pazorski, News 3 Now.
Kyle, thanks. We've also learned that the officer who fired their gun has been placed on administrative duties pending the investigation by DCI, and the person shot by officers, they tell us, is in serious condition. Well, the Madison Fire Department called out yesterday morning for the report of a car hitting a home near Tenney Park. The department's heavy urban rescue team was also requested on scene, and upon arrival, crews shored up the damaged area of that home to prevent a collapse. When the car was removed by the towing company, no one was inside the home when it happened. One occupant of the vehicle was taken to a local hospital.
Well, if you weren't lucky enough to see them yourself, maybe you saw them on social media. The Northern Lights were vibrant last night into the early morning hours in our area. The Space Weather Prediction Center says a severe geomagnetic storm was observed last night, making the lights visible this far south. According to the Prediction Center, 5 solar flares and coronal mass ejections have launched from the sun since yesterday.
And if you missed them overnight, you still might be able to see them tonight. The red line on the map here represents how far south you might be able to see the lights. And the line falls in northern Illinois, which is good news for us.
Another reason to take a look outside tonight. The Perseid meteor shower is reaching its peak with up to 75 visible meteors per hour. So get ready to make a wish.
Yeah, so let's get a look down at the first warn forecast. See what we can see up there. Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington joins us now. He's out on the weather patio.
Eric, Susan, yes, southern Wisconsin, we've got a good seeing weather forecast for both the meteor shower and if we can still sneak another evening of the northern lights. Speaking of northern lights, Matthew sends us this photo, one of many that were sent to the First Warn weather team. Matthew, thank you for sending us this stunning photo near Cottage Grove. Remember, to see both the meteor shower and the potential for the northern lights, got to get away from what's called light pollution of the city and get out into the country by a few miles. Look out into the open skies. skies, and we're expecting clear skies tonight. If you want to send us your weather photos, and last fall, actually, and earlier this year, we had some meteor shower photos sent to us as well. But it's easy to do. Just scan that QR code. You scan that QR code, that will allow us to bring those weather photos to the First Warn Weather Team very, very easily. Thanks again, Matt. Coming up, though, in Maine weather, we're going to track a big wet weather system. How much rain can you expect? And if there's a chance of a strong storm, which day will it be? I have the answer in a few minutes.
Alex, thank you. And voters across Wisconsin will take to the polls tomorrow for the August primary.
Here in Dane County, there will be a handful of competitive races to watch. Political reporter Will Keneally has more. Will?
Well, these are the down-ballot races for state legislators. So these are the lawmakers that manage things like state roads, set statewide education policy, things like that. Now, many of the lawmakers here in Dane County, they're Democrats. So tomorrow's primary will be the interesting race to watch compared to later in November. Now, all voters will see 2 constitutional questions dealing with whether the governor needs legislative approval to spend money and a Dane County executive primary. Now, down ballot, there will be a couple of open competitive seats, the 77th Assembly District in downtown Madison and Fitchburg, and another primary race in the Monona-centered District 78. That's a primary challenge against incumbent Representative Sheila Stubbs. Now, I want to show voters specifically in these areas. It's this pink district here, Sun Prairie out east, Cottage Grove here to Lake Mills, and then Fitchburg and Stoughton. You will have 2 different primaries to vote on. All the assembly lawmakers currently representing these districts are leaving, so you'll have that to vote on. Now, these 3 districts combine to 1 state Senate district, and the current assembly lawmakers, they're the ones running in that Senate district primary. So we'll have Samba Balde up here, Melissa Ratcliffe down here, and Jimmy Anderson down there. They will be on your ballot tomorrow, and we'll have full coverage of these races tomorrow night right here on News 3 Now.
Will, thank you. The Wisconsin DMV says it is extending its hours ahead of tomorrow's election. The DMV's customer service centers will be open until 6 today and tomorrow afternoon. This is meant to help those who need a photo ID for the polls. A reminder, there is no separate voter ID, and a federally compliant real ID card is not required to vote. All acceptable forms of ID, as well as your polling location, are available on myvote.wi.gov.
And on the heels of that August primary tomorrow, the general election now just 84 days away, and a new poll shows Wisconsin voters favoring Vice President Kamala Harris now over former President Donald Trump. The latest New York Times Siena poll shows the vice president with 50% of votes, whereas Donald Trump has 46%. Polls have also been released in other battleground states like Michigan and Pennsylvania, showing Vice President Harris also in the lead there. However, the Trump campaign says those polls are flawed, especially in Wisconsin, because they say President Biden led by 8 points in the polls, but only won by some 21,000 votes.
The curtain is closed for the Summer Olympic Games in Paris, but fans are already looking ahead to 4 years from now in Los Angeles. Now workers are cleaning up, what a beautiful shot that is, the streets of the French capital, and thousands of athletes are heading home. In 2028, Los Angeles will be the 3rd city to host the Olympics 3 times.
And the final wrap here of the medal count, where the women's teams pulled in a majority of the gold medals, won 65% of the gold medal total. The final medal total, America with 40 gold, 44 silver, 42 bronze. China tied the U.S. in gold, 40 apiece, 27 silver, 24 bronze, and Japan in 3rd, 20 gold, 12 silver, 13 bronze.
Madison Black Restaurant Week has officially kicked off. It coincides with Black Business Month. This week is a time to celebrate the contributions of more than 30 local Black business owners to the food scene, and also allows the entire community to come together to indulge in the culture. One Central Madison business owner is bringing a piece of her home country to Madison.
From Côte d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast. It's in West Africa. And I moved here in 2013. My family sent me over here for school. Food makes a place home. And for me, it is home.
Awasibi launched a small business, Les Délices, in 2018, and has been serving authentic West African cuisine ever since then. Black Restaurant Week features 40 local Black-owned restaurants. For more information, go to the Madison Black Chamber of Commerce website or Channel 3000. We have a link there.
And ahead at 5, Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington rejoins us. A complete look at your First Warn forecast.
And how an organization with local roots is celebrating 4 decades of fighting blindness around the globe. That's just ahead.
Mixed results of Monday trading on Wall Street. The Dow Jones tumbles more than 140.5 points. The Nasdaq jumps 35. The S&P 500 gains about 1/4 point. We'll be right back.
I'm Tammy Baldwin. I approve this message.
I'm the proud son of a single mom.
My mom worked nights to provide for us.
My mom worked 80 hours a week.
But Eric Hovde thinks if you have a single mom, you're going to be poor or a drug addict?
That is a direct path to a life of poverty. It leads to higher drug rate.
That just shows Eric Hovde is ignorant.
Come on, I'm successful today because of my mom.
I learned my work ethic from my mom, my single mom.
What is wrong with this guy?
We wanted to be able to enjoy all 4 seasons, and patio enclosures helped us make that dream come true.
The one and only patio enclosures.
Mark, a little help here?
Oh, keep it down. The noise is making them angry.
Whoa. Hey, I'm not a beekeeper, but I can replace these windows fast.
Let Feldco be the experts in your home renewal. Right now, buy one window and you'll get one free. Plus, no interest until 2026. And we'll get it done Feldco fast.
Buy one window, get one free, and soon. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Right now, we're running our 60-60-60 sale. So when you purchase your new concrete coating, you get a $60 Visa gift card plus either 60% off installation or 60-month no-interest financing. This is one of our best deals of the year. So visit our website or call the number for your new floor today.
We went to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison last night.
I don't really get how the jackpots work.
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison actually has had multiple million-dollar winners.
There are linked progressive slot machines at the same casino where local players increase the jackpot amount.
And a standalone progressive jackpot increases when a player plays on an individual machine that isn't linked to any other machines. Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. More ways to win. Find your perfect jackpot.
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Kamala Harris has spent decades fighting violent crime. As a border state prosecutor, she took on drug cartels and jailed gang members for smuggling weapons and drugs across the border. As vice president, she backed the toughest border control bill in decades. And as president, she will hire thousands more border agents and crack down on fentanyl and human trafficking. Fixing the border is tough. So is Kamala Harris.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
A police-involved shooting takes place in Fitchburg. We'll tell you how it unfolded. And 2 questions will be on every Wisconsin ballot tomorrow. We boil down what the legal jargon means for you and how it could impact spending. That's tonight at 6.
From damaging drought to catastrophic flooding and severe storms in every season, the News 3 Now First Warn Weather Team gives you a deeper understanding of Wisconsin's ever-changing weather with special reports that go beyond the barometer. Only on News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
In Madison, the city-county building will soon have the Ho Chunk flag flying outside just below the U.S. flag. The city-county liaison committee voted on the 1st of this month to change operational rules of the building, paving the way for the flag to fly. In a resolution from the Dane County Board, they added, quote, Dane County recognizes that it conducts daily operations on land known as the ancestral, traditional, and contemporary land of Ho Chunk, Sauk, and Kickapoo nations.
For 40 years now, an organization called Combat Blindness International has become a global leader in fighting vision problems. Started in 1984 by UW ophthalmology professor Dr. Suresh Chandra, it has provided sustainable community-based eye care initiatives in places like India and Africa, but also partnering with the Madison School District to screen some 3,000 children a year.
And so if a child can't see the board, can't see, read a book, that has incredible impact on their ability to learn and interact with their peers, be a kid. So to be able to provide those kinds of screenings and circumvent that, you're changing the child's whole future, their whole visual trajectory.
The group is hosting a series of events to mark 40 years, culminating with a celebration at the Majestic Theater October 10th, which is World Sight Day. To learn more, go to combatblindness.org. A look now at your first warned forecast. Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington joining us. Alex?
Eric, southern Wisconsin, pretty good stuff in the next couple days. Then the rain comes back into the forecast. But we could use a little bit of rain every week. You need about an inch of water the farmers need for their corn. And we're going to get some of that as we head a little bit later into the upcoming work week. A little patchy fog to be mindful of tonight, and then again Wednesday morning, so Tuesday night. Warmer temperatures are on the return, and it's the warm temperatures, the increase in the humidity levels, and a storm system later this week that we've been mentioning since last week could be impactful Thursday going into Thursday night. Still looks like that's going to be the case, potentially lasting a little bit further into Friday. No rain out there right now, just nice stuff. Temperatures are where they should be, right around 80 degrees in Madison, 83 in Boscobel. Remember, the river valleys can warm up a little bit more during the day, and they can cool down a little bit more at night. We've got 78 in Juneau and 81 to the east in Janesville right now. 80s, some upper 70s to the west of Madison. A gorgeous evening out there. Humidity levels are on the relatively low side, 57-degree dew point. Not when you get to 60 to 65, that's when you start thinking, maybe I'll turn the AC on. So still pretty dry out there. We'll start off right around 59 to 60 as we plan the rest of your evening going into the overnight. Remember, some of the patchy fog, especially in the low-lying areas, not out of the question. Low-lying areas to the north of Madison up towards Camp Douglas, you tend to get a little bit cooler and get some of that patchy fog to form. Wisconsin River Valley as well, and wouldn't be surprised again out in the open and in some of those low-lying areas in our rolling hills to have some patchy fog to start off the morning. Burns off quickly though. Beautiful day, highs in the low, maybe mid-80s if we can get a little bit more in the way of sunshine. I mentioned Thursday's the big day for the shower and thunderstorm activity. Could see some thunderstorms as early as Wednesday night. Then behind me, when you see the bouncing here, Saturday by day, Sunday by day, that's a signal of the heat of the day helping to promote a little bit better chance of a shower and thunderstorm, and then slight chances at night when you lose the heat of the day, and those storms tend to wane in the evening hours. Get a little bit of humidity building in on Thursday. Just checking weather models over here. Could see a strong storm or two, provided we get the break in the shower and thunderstorm activity. That's a factor I don't think we're going to get right now with our weather models showing widespread shower and thunderstorm activity Thursday going on into Friday. Without that break, you can't warm up. Can get in the muggy side, but you need a little bit more heat for severe thunderstorm activity. We'll keep an eye on that threat for a strong storm. Heavy rainfalls depending on if that low pressure tracks right over southern Wisconsin, as it's been consistent for the past few days and showing 1, maybe 2, upwards of an isolated 3-inch amount of water possible during that time frame Thursday going into Friday. Not all day washouts, as I've been mentioning here throughout our newscast this afternoon, this evening, Saturday going into Sunday. So the upcoming weekend, we'll have some dry time as well. 60 eastbound on 12, 54 eastbound as you get a little bit closer to the 39 exchange, and doing just fine north and southbound on the eastern part of our belt line. Southbound towards Janesville going at a good speed at 70 to 75 miles per hour, and repeat that up by the Dells. Beautiful evening. Can have the windows open. It's kind of dry and a nice evening for a spin.
All right, Alex, thank you. Next at 5, how a relationship between a doctor and transplant patient 30 years ago has blossomed into a life-saving mission halfway around the world for both of them. That's just ahead.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Congress has been spinning its wheels, going nowhere. I'm Katrina Shankland. In the state capitol, I've passed 225 bipartisan laws to help farmers, workers, and families. I approve this message because I have the experience to get things moving.
One size rarely fits all. That's why at Blaine's Farm & Fleet, we carry a huge selection of quality name brand jeans and pants. We're so confident we have the right brand, style, and fit for you that we'll give you a free $5 Blaine's Farm & Fleet gift card for every pair you buy. Like men's Rustler jeans, $15.99. Men's Lee Extreme Motion jeans, $34.99. And shop store-wide savings like 10% off gallons of Cabot exterior stains. Find your perfect pair of jeans for less at Blaine's Farm & Fleet.
Let's do this.
Introducing Chevy's best lineup of SUVs ever. The rugged, always-ready Trailblazer, the first-ever Traverse Z71, and the Chevy Trax, starting at $21,495. When it's your time to shine, Chevy's got you.
Get 1.9% financing on select popular 2024 Chevy SUVs when you finance with GM Financial. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
I'm Vice President of the National Border Patrol Council. America needs a commander-in-chief who's tough on illegal immigration. Kamala Harris fails that test.
We're not going to treat people who are undocumented across the border as criminals. That's correct. That is correct.
Kamala was Biden's border czar. She supported sanctuary cities and taxpayer benefits for illegal immigrants. And she created the worst border crisis in American history. Kamala Harris is dangerous.
Preserve America PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Technology is everywhere, and our kids are embracing it to learn, play, and socialize. But with endless ways to access the digital world, monitoring their screen time can be tough. So SSM Health and News 3 Now created the Time for Kids digital playbook. Join us on air and online for stories and strategies to help your family navigate, set rules, and stay safe in the ever-evolving digital age. Let's focus on tech together by taking Time for Kids.
You and running have been together for a while now. Fact is, so has Morgan's Good Form Running. We're here to help runners achieve their goals and push their limits in every sport or adventure they pursue. That kind of performance demands real innovations in technology, shape, and fit.
And we're experts in all of it, so no matter why you run, your best race starts here.
Morgan's Good Form Running, Hilldale.
Would you hire a barber who's never cut hair before? So why send someone to Congress who's never held public office and never passed a single bill? I'm Katrina Shankland. I approve this message because we need an experienced congresswoman. Right, Jed?
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
A Philadelphia doctor and his former patient are on a mission to help others receive life-saving organ transplants.
Stephanie Stahl has their story.
Hey. Hey, Steve. How are you?
It's a friendship that started 30 years ago when Dr. Stephen Dunn saved Diego Garcia's life.
I first met Diego when he was a child who needed to have a liver transplant.
In 1994, when Diego was 4, he became one of the smallest patients to get part of a liver that was split for 2 patients. So you can take one liver and do 2 transplants.
Yes. It was about trying to create more transplants for children who would die otherwise.
Diego's family from Bolivia came to Philadelphia for the transplant, and when Dr. Dunn learned of the need there, he began traveling to South America to help other patients.
During all of those visits back to Bolivia, I would see Diego.
And they formed a special bond and now travel between the 2 countries to visit.
I feel really comfortable with them. It's like a family for me. My family and I will always be grateful for him, for all his help he's doing for us, and not only for us, also for Bolivian people.
Now they're working together to improve transplants in Bolivia and enjoying family time together.
We were going through rapids.
Recently on a float trip from Colorado to Utah.
And we had a wonderful 4 days out in the West, sleeping under the stars.
This doctor-patient relationship has blossomed into what's become their international family.
He is he knows, he's like my second dad. Your second like dad. American dad.
I think he's very handsome and I'm jealous. No.
The little boy he saved, now healthy and running a business in Bolivia, looking forward to their next time together.
See you soon.
Stephanie Stahl, CBS News.
And we'll have a final check of your first warn forecast after a short break.
Melissa Ratcliffe, a working mom, is the only woman running for state senate in District 16. Republicans in the state senate are attacking abortion access. Melissa Ratcliffe will always defend reproductive freedom. Melissa Ratcliffe, a proven fighter for our rights.
News 3 Now, in partnership with the Boys and Girls Club, is collecting school supplies for area students, and we need your help. Drop off school supplies at any of our Dane County locations from now until August 16th, or make a monetary donation at channel3000.com. Thank you for helping hundreds of youth by making a generous donation to the News 3 Now Back to School Supply Drive. Sponsored by Metcalf's Market, Lamer's Bus Line, and Midwest Financial Group.
It's Empire Today's half price sale. Get half price on select styles of fully installed carpet or flooring, plus pay no interest for 12 months. Schedule now.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today. I need help for my mom. She has dementia. I want a Grace so Mom can get care at home. You know what people say about them? I can't imagine better support through such a painful time. A Grace. Authentic care and connection. Visit agrace.org to learn more.
We've all seen these ads by Senator Baldwin attacking me. She's lying to you. But that's what career politicians do when they get in trouble. The truth? I was born and live in Wisconsin. I've never run a nursing home, and of course I believe seniors should vote. The false attacks are going to keep coming because she has nothing to run on. Her record has failed us on inflation, the border, and crime. I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message for this reason. It's time for change.
Not everyone knows us, but in southern Wisconsin, Illinois, and eastern Indiana, we are famous in our field. As a Sloan's technician, customer service is our specialty, whether you come to see us or we come to you. We are in the business of supporting your business, and we are highly trained to work on your John Deere equipment. At Sloan's, our loyalty lies with you. We depend on you, and we are proud to serve you. When it comes to service, you can count on us. Remember, think Sloan's first.
Get an 11% rebate on everything. Now at Menards. Mastercraft makes great doors inside and out. Design your door your way or choose from our in-stock selection. Get an 11% rebate on all Mastercraft doors. Refresh your space with stylish sheet vinyl. It's waterproof and features a durable wear layer for busy households. Engaged sheet vinyl flooring is 69 cents a square foot after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Melissa Radcliffe works across the aisle to make positive things happen, expanding broadband, making housing more affordable. Melissa Radcliffe knows that Wisconsinites need progress, not partisan bickering. Melissa Radcliffe, common sense leadership, proven results.
Coming up tonight on the CBS Evening News, Israel on edge. The possible attack from Hezbollah and Iran that could come with little to no warning. What we're learning and how Israel is preparing. Plus, the U.S. warships now rushing into the region. That and more headlines tonight on the CBS Evening News.
I'm Meryl Hubbard, and coming up tonight at 6, we take a closer look at the constitutional amendment questions ahead of the primary election.
Black Restaurant Week is in full swing. Tonight at 6, the deals you can take advantage of.
And Alex returns once again. Final check of the forecast.
Really nice the next 2 days. We were talking about the meteor showers earlier tonight and maybe the possibility of northern lights. Going to be a nice night for that. Clear skies. Can't rule out a little bit of patchy fog in some of the low-lying areas, but that shouldn't prohibit you from being able to take a peek out the window, see if you can capture the northern lights and the meteor showers tonight. Warmer temperatures, they're returning right now. That's a recipe there. You get a little humidity. Shower and storm chances will increase. Last week we said, hey, I think Thursday's going to be the rainy day. Still looks like Thursday's going to be the rainy day. Could have some heavy rain Thursday going into Friday as well, keeping an eye on the chance of a strong storm. We'll always see thunderstorm symbols into the weekend. We're not expecting all-day rains right now.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll be back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. Stay tuned now for the CBS Evening News.